Hello and welcome to the Tomcast. I'm Tom, president and dictator for life of 515comics.com. A couple episodes ago, talked about how I ordered new copies of all four of my collections of Next Twos that are currently in print. They were out of print, now they're back in print again. I've not seen these, I've not opened this yet. This is my first, I don't know, maybe I've done an unboxing before of books. At any rate, let's get right into it. No more beating around the bush. Yeah, good lord. It's sort of a weird sized box. I think this is the fewest books I've ever ordered at one time, aside from one. Like I've ordered a single copy before, but I don't think I've ever ordered just 4 books before. So this is kind of a weird box. Okay, so first impressions, they're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good so far. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So first impressions, they're much thicker, which I knew going into this that they would be much thicker because it's a thicker paperweight. Oh, but I like it. So they're not significantly thicker. What I should have done was got copies of the books that I have to do side by side. Let me. I'm not gonna edit this, so you're just gonna have to watch me like leave and come back. Where are they? I think they're back here. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, I've only got volumes 1 and 2 from the old edition, but that will be enough to show the difference because volume 1 and 2 are significantly. So yeah, so the one on the bottom there obviously is the new edition with the thicker, heavier paperweight. So just doing like a side-by-side comparison, I mean really, honestly, these look great. I don't know that I can really tell, like obviously the paperweight is thicker, but I think it's, yeah, I can tell. It's not significant enough to the point that I think, you know, if my 5th volume comes out from the same printer with the same heavier weight and you have volumes 1 through 4 in the original lighter weight paper, I don't think you're going to be able to tell the difference. I mean, you can side by side, but I don't think you're going to be like, oh, I wish I had them all in this thicker paperweight. Like, I don't think it's different enough to warrant like, oh, this is a big jump in quality. But I like them. They're good. So let me, okay, let me figure out which is which. Great. Get the oh yeah, I guess, and just for comparison's sake again, yeah, I think it's even a starker difference with volume 2 there, for some reason. It looks that much bigger. Yeah, it's not insignificant, the size difference, to be sure. It's fairly noticeable. So there's a couple things with this print to order companies in general. I mean, so I use Ingram Spark, used to be known as Lightning Source, for my print to order books. There's a couple things I always like to check for, since they do, you know, print to order, and it's not. I don't want to say it's not as high quality, but it's not. In my personal experience, the quality is not as high as if I went to, like, if I was going through. I mean, obviously, if I was published and it wasn't self-published, the quality would be higher. So there's a few things I always look for. One, since I've got all these black backgrounds on my pages, I got to make sure that they trim them correctly. I don't want to see any weird like white edges along the edges of the book, which I don't see just looking in the camera. I don't see any. They stick out like sore thumbs. They're really obvious. But yeah, these came out really good. I also just like to make sure, you know, they didn't get damaged at all in shipping. These all look really great. Yeah. Ooh. I I gotta say, I'll probably actually like flip through them to make sure that like there's no reason that the layout would be changed because I didn't change the interior files at all. But you know, I have to look. I guess looking at the covers and how they turned out, since I had to resubmit the covers to make sure that they were the correct size. Now that they're thicker, I basically had to extend the spine, and they all look fine. They all look how I expect them to. They all look okay. Yeah, they all look pretty great. I'm really quite happy with how these look. So that's good. So, in summary, my books are now officially able to be printed again, which is great. This is a huge load off my back. Honestly, it's not something that I worried about as much as I did like 2.5 years ago when it first became an issue. But it's really cool that this is now resolved. So, does this mean that you can order books from me now? Yes and no. I do have access to have the books printed, but again, since they are print to order, I would need to have a large sum of money sitting around in order to place an order to like replenish my stock. I may be able to do that. We'll see. There's not business money set aside to do an order like that to get more copies of especially volumes 3 and 4. I'm not set up to do that currently, but I might be able to make a contribution to my business in order to get some of those. So I'm sure I'll let you know if I put in a book order. Anyone who's interested in getting copies that I don't currently have. Oh gosh, these are just really. I tell you. If you are a creative person, and I know I've said this on the show before, but if you're a creative person, and you create something digitally, or even if you just write, write stories or whatever, there's something about bringing it into real space in some way, even if it's just writing it out, printing it out, and stapling it together, put it in a 3-ring binder, whatever. Like, there's something about it. It's something special. Like this is still like one of the coolest things I've ever done. And all of these books have been in print for years, but it's still just real gosh darn exciting. Anyway, I'm super happy. So, thanks very much for watching. Keep your stick on the ice.